Well, good morning. Thank you all for your attendance. I'm Luis Antonio Álvarez, and he is my colleague Faustino Cordero. We come from Spain, we come from Cáceres, and we are the person in charge of the Cáceres GIS. Firstly, we want to say thank you, Bentley, for this opportunity, and thank you, the jury, for our nomination in this category, Cadastral Land Development. Apologize for our English. We try to do our best, and well, we hope our project like you more than our English. First of all, where is Cáceres? Well, we think that the better way to give you an idea about Cáceres location is showing you a virtual flight from Charlotte to Cáceres. Cáceres in Spain, in Europe, near Portugal. Cáceres is located about 300 kilometers to Madrid and 300 kilometers to Lisbon in Portugal. Cáceres area is very extensive, about 1,760 square kilometers. It's the most extensive municipal area from Spain. His capital has 92,000 inhabitants. Cáceres is a beautiful, well, a very beautiful city with a big history. Was founded by Romans in 34 before Christ, and they have lived together some culture as Arabic, Jewish, and Christian, and all of them have left their trace in the city. The old city is considered the third better preserved city in Europe, and was declared a Human Heritage City by UNESCO in 1986. And we hope to become the European Capital of Culture in 2016, the Olympic year. Well, the municipality of Cáceres had a problem. To manage a big amount of alphanumeric and cartographic data in a confused, non-shared, and non-effective way. Because of that, the queries, as many from the technical people and the citizen, took too much time to be solved, because it was necessary to look for data in paper distributed in different departments. The combined analysis of the information from different data sources, cadastre, urban planning, street map, cartography, orthophotos, was more impossible. Map edition and modification was a handmade process. It was easier to do the map again. All this information took up a very important volume. It was, and still being, a serious problem. Access to data was only possible from municipal outbuilding. And was what the beginning. To solve the problems we talked about before, the municipality of Cáceres think about create a GIS. In 1995, the GIS started with the following target. Group together all graphic and alphanumeric data and share it with everybody. That is, share the information. Establish a new work model for interdepartmental information management. Speed up information access in order to speed up inquiry resolution. Make data combination easier in order to obtain a better analysis and support to decision making. Well, the same target of any GIS. Allow the citizen to access the information via the internet. In 1995, the internet was not very known. Different solutions were analyzed. We considered Bentley as the best option. Cáceres GIS started work in 1999. It takes 4 years to set up the system, hardware, software, digital cartography. In 1999, the necessary staff was hired. The GIS specialist personnel is critical to success. Into the next slide, we will have a look at the most remarkable feature of Cáceres GIS. The project was made completely from the municipality of Cáceres. That is, non-external companies were contracted to develop any part of the GIS. The web design had been made also by the GIS department. This way, there is no dependencies for any external company, but Bentley, because of the software support. They have supposed lower cost, 1.3 million euros in about 10 years. It's true that this way, the project development has been slower. However, the system has been adapted to the municipal's needs. Different tools have been developed over Bentley products to make the system more accessible and friendly for the user. For instance, toolboxes, dialogues, and different fonts programmed in Visual Basic for application. Thanks that it's not necessary to have a technical knowledge about MicroStation, neither GIS, to use the system. Any user can access in a natural way to the system without a complex training. In the same way, the productivity is increased as the inquiries are quicker and more effective. It has been compiled a big amount of historical information, maps, aerial photographs, all urban planning, etc. We have a good base to do studies and analysis about the historical evolution. Any citizen can consult the storage information in the system via the internet. The GIS is available for the citizen, cartography, orthophotos, urban bus routes, chemistry location, etc. That reduce in a 70% the number of visits to the municipal outbuildings for easy question. And what are the benefits? Well, better tax collection control, the power to overlap the cadastre over other cartographies and orthophotos allows a better control of the parcels and edification. As all the information is centralized and digitalized, the inquiries of the citizens and the technical staff can be solved quickly. Street map and census control. From the GIS, the streets and the street number are controlled, so that it's possible to know which person living in each house. Help to solve conflicts related to urban planning and municipal heritage. All the information related to urban planning and municipal heritage is updated and accessible to be consulted. Water, wastewater, electrical and gas nets control. For any street of the city, it's possible to know which and where a net goes through. Comprehensive management of more than 3,000 kilometers of public paths. It's possible to know all the public paths of the municipality. It's one of the most used service by the citizen, just to do mountain bike routes, trekking, etc. City visualization in 3D. The rendering power of MicroStation allows to watch a 3D of the city in a realistic way. The majority of the information of the GIS can be consulted via the internet. Information about service localization, a big quantity of cartography maps, historical orthophotos, etc. The municipality edits a street map periodically of touristic information, urban bus routes, etc., from the information managed by the GIS. Let's see the Cáceres GIS organization scheme. The cartography and databases are located into a central server. All the information is managed from the GIS department, we work. The rest of departments gain access to the system through the municipal intranet. Each department works with their own categories, maps, and table. Also, the rest of the data can be consulted. The citizen can consult the GIS information via the internet. We have agreements with other entities, external companies, and other administration and utility companies in order to share information and complete the system. We resume shortly the Bentley tools we use. MicroStation for cartography and orthophotos management, Microsoft Access to databases, MicroStation Geographics for GIS administration, very, very important for Cáceres GIS. The rest of departments access to GIS through PowerMap and Bentley Redline. We use GeoWeb Publisher for map publication into the internet. And for map generation, orthophotos and survey works, we also Bentley Descartes and Bentley Power Civil for Spain. Your turn, please.
Thank you. Thanks. Hello. Now, we will review the GIS evolution over the last 10 years. The project that have been integrated into the GIS will appear at the top of the slide, and how this project had been published into the web will appear at the bottom. The first job was the 1996 digital cartography upload of the municipality and the survey network of the city. The web page is designed and this information is published. The first big project that faced up our department is the urban planning digitalization of 1999 using the comparison adaptation method. Due to the information volume, more than 200 maps and 1,000 pages of documentation, a multidisciplinary team of 5 people was hired. This job took 1 year. The result was published into the web, using at this time model server discovery. Cáceres was pioneer in Spain with the urban planning publication into a web. Today, the urban planning section is one of the most visited web contents of the system. MicroStation Geographics was critical in this phase. With its tool, we have generated a lot of thematic maps, as the map you can see into the image. In 2003, the municipality of Cáceres took the decision to update the digital cartography of the city and the survey network as well. A GIS project restoration was compiled in order to adapt the other to VH format. All the information is published into the web again. Cadastre. Only central government is competent regarding cadastre issues in Spain. In 2004, we agreed with central government to add cadastral cartography to our GIS. This allows us to relate municipal tax databases with parcel and property location. Data are updated periodically. All cadastre was also incorporated, as it is very useful to know the evolution of the municipality. That information have not been published via the internet because part of it is confidential. Some agreements we achieved with the companies which manage the water, electricity and gas net in order to share information and add the net traces to the GIS. Municipal inventory has been always available in paper. Thanks to the GIS advantage, we took the decision to include it into the system. All the information was digitalized, along with the possibility of consult municipal properties. These data have not been published as they are also confidential. The city of Cáceres has grown significantly in the last 10 years. The number of streets has grown in a 40%. It was necessary for an update. A 4-people team was hired to walk around the city, checking all the streets and houses, and they took pictures of all of them, more than 15,000 pictures. From these works, some must have been edited in paper. All this information could be consulted from the web. As your web publisher allows to publish the project directly from the Bentley Geographics, the web stream map is always updated. Over the last 2 years, it has been compiled historical cartographic information from different sources, and that historical information has been treated to be integrated into the GIS. We have municipal cartographic dated on 1822. A big part of that information could be downloaded from the web. Currently, we are working on the public path recovery. Thanks to the combination of maps and orthophotos obtained in different years, it is possible to know the modification that a path has suffered. It is estimated that there are more than 30,000 kilometers of public paths, so it has been necessary to count with the 2 people for the investigation and recovery. It will be possible to consult this data from the web soon. At the present, Cáceres GIS project counts with more than 42,000 files, geographic project with 30 categories and 300 features, 1,500 maps and orthophotos, 80 tables and 200,000 records, more than 30 visual basic for application modules with more than 5,000 code lines. All the information is centralized and accessible to all departments and updated immediately. Accessible from more than 50 stands distributed in different sites all over the city. More than 200 visits a day to web page. And ActiveX control has been developed in Visual Basic for application and JavaScript to aid new functionalities. And now, which jobs will be the next for Cáceres GIS? A new digital cartography and true orthophoto. Virtual flight over the city in 3D. Update all projects to VHI version and migration to Oracle. Integration of a new water distribution and wastewater project of the city, and integration of the new urban planning of the city currently under study. And now we are going to see 3 examples about the GIS inquiries. We want to know information regarding a building in Cáceres. We load the urban map and the street map. Now, we make a query by street and the street number. For example, Gil Cordero and the number 5. Once it's located, we load the urban planning and we can see its record. Now we load the urban cadastre layer and we can see its record. Restricted information related to statistics as well. And finally, we load the 1981 cartography to see the status of the building at this time. Now, we want to know information related a castle. No, sorry, it's the next one. Okay. We want to know the information related to a castle. For example, Arguijuela. We search for its location by name. And once it's located, we load the rustic cadastre layer and we can see its record. Now we load the 2006 orthophoto and then we load the historical cartography of 1936. The historical cartographic 1936. And finally, we recover the record of the castle, and we can see the description of the property in 1901. Now, we will make queries from the web. We make a query to the street map by street name. For example, Street Cologne. And we ask for the result into the ActiveX control, and we choose the cartography layers we want to see. We move closer to a bus stop to know which lines pass over this point. We can see that the bus line is the bus number 7. Then we can see the record of the street. Now we refresh the map with other zoom. And we consult information related a chemist. Now, we are going to see a picture of a building, for example, the number 11 of the same street. And finally, we will consult the same street in Google. Okay, so this is the end. We are grateful to you for your attention, and we hope the project has been interesting enough. Thanks again, and we hope to see you in Cáceres soon. If you have any questions.